Hey, we need to tell the projectionist there's sound but no picture. Oh. What?
That's a sin. Okay, Jeremy.
One ring to rule them all.
So wait, the One Ring is supposed to control everyone who wore the other rings, right? We're told later that the race of men were turned into the Nazgul, but it didn't affect the elves and dwarves at all? Apparently Sauron put on his ring and tried to control the dwarves and elves by yelling, "Go ring," and all they got was sparks flying out of his fingers.
Okay, the reason why the ring did not affect the elves and dwarves because the elves' rings were not made by Sauron, they're made by Celebrimbor. They were linked to the One Ring so Sauron could control them, but they found out about that, so they did not use them. The dwarves' rings made them focus on their own golden land, while the men were easily corrupted and made into the Nazgul.
What the is Sauron reaching for? Just kill the guy! You have this huge mace for killing! Reading.
Sauron just won the battle by himself. Of course, he would reach to kill a guy without his weapon. It's called being cocky.
And I don't expect
Padding the sin count.
I should return. In fact, I mean not to.
After Bilbo's unnerving proclamation, Gandalf apparently said, "Dude, you need to smoke some weed."
No, Jeremy. The reason why they're smoking weed is because this might be one of the last times he might see Gandalf again, so he might want to do something nice together.
And turn them all to stone.
Bilbo then said, "Kids, I'll tell part 2 of this story next year, and I'll finally finish it the year after that, because even short stories are best when told in trilogies."
Jeremy makes a pop culture reference to the sin of a movie cliche.
When you see Gandalf magically transport like this, don't you wonder why he doesn't use magic more often in crucial spots during the trilogy?
What about
Because he did use magic to run, and that's not how magic works. It does not teleport people.
this ring of yours? Is that staying too?
It's in an envelope over there on the mantelpiece.
Gandalf should probably know that that's not true because Bilbo had no time to put it in an envelope, but he goes over to the mantelpiece expecting to find it anyway. What the
You cut out the part where he went over to the mantelpiece.
was Frodo doing for the last 20 minutes after Bilbo disappeared? Looking for Bilbo in places other than Bilbo's house? Gandalf?
Okay, someone disappeared. What's your first thought? Go to their house? No, you sweep the area.
Gandalf sees the freaking eye of Sauron when he stupidly tries to touch the ring, but yet he still needs to do research to figure out what the ring is. Doesn't he have more than enough information at this point to give Frodo a head start before the ring wraiths show up?
Just because he saw an eye doesn't mean he saw the eye. It doesn't mean it's the ring. I refer to you back to this clip. Boom.
This is the only time in the movie where the Nazgul just straight up murder a dude. All he said was who goes there and gets snuffed out. This could have been the guy who knew all things Baggins and they just destroyed their best lead.
Wrong. They kill plenty of people. Add 2 sins to the count when Nazgul kills someone. Just because someone lives in the Shire doesn't mean they all know everything Baggins.
Pippin, my point is, he's clearly overreacting.
I guess Farmer Maggot gave up? Or at the very least his side did?
They simply outran him. Do you know how hard it is to run with the farming scythe? Exactly.
Get off the road! Quick!
Convenient hiding tree is convenient. Also, this
I have no arguments.
one of the 9 is terrible at his job. Isn't the ring supposedly calling to Sauron? I mean, why is he even sniffing? If his nose worked, he clearly would smell the hobbits, or the ring. If the Nazgul can't detect the ring...
Well, that's simple. They know it's close. Smelling it might help. They know it's nearby, but they don't know where because the hobbits are hiding. Skipson.
It went from day to night pretty fast here, but maybe that much time has really passed in this case. So if that's true, has the ring wraith been chasing the hobbits for several hours without making one bit of headway? And only now are Merry and Pippin asking what the hell is going on? Bad guy.
Yes, Harry played hide and seek. One person could be not found for a long time, and you're forgetting they're still in the Shire, so they know where to hide.
He doesn't like water cliche. Peter
That water is too deep for a horse.
Jackson tries to one-up M. Night and Hitchcock by gnawing on a carrot during his director's cameo. If
That was a good cameo.
the ring can will itself to land perfectly on Frodo's finger, then why the can't it just will itself to fly off into the air and roll its happy way back to Mordor? How did
Jeremy, suspend your disbelief.
Sam, Merry, and Pippin know Frodo was up here? They didn't call out to Frodo when he reappeared downstairs, so were they just running around crashing into every closed door until they finally ran into Frodo?
Well, did not see them go outside, so they must be upstairs.
At all times they feel the presence of the ring, drawn to the power of the one.
Until it's convenient for them not to be drawn
Wrong, they're drawn to it throughout the trilogy.
to it. If you look really hard, you can see Tom Bombadil in this shot. I think
I'm adding 4 cents for that joke.
you don't care if Gandalf dies, in which case, just kill him. Or you want to keep him alive for some reason, in which case, don't put him in a prison that basically anyone would die in at the first thunderstorm. And
The reason why Sauron put Gandalf on the roof is so he can't escape.
the hobbits are here for comic relief, for the most part, at least early on, but damn. Nobody is anywhere near that stupid to light a fire on a tower at night when you're hiding from supernatural hunting machines. Nobody. Also struck.
Well, they're hungry. We established that Merry, Pippin, and Sam aren't that smart, so...
Ryder says he's just going to have a look around when he leaves the hobbits. Where did he go and how far away? He didn't see the fire immediately and start running back to slap all the hobbits for starting one? And he didn't notice the Nazgul anywhere while he was looking around?
He is scouting the area around to make sure it's safe. He would stay out as long as possible in case the Black Riders show up.
After we've seen them straight up murder people for asking who goes there, the Nazgul finally find the hobbits and decide to go into a slow attack formation so that Strider can show up in time to save the day. Oh,
They're the size of full-grown men, if not bigger. So for people that are scared, of course they would take their time.
oh, these bad guys are afraid of water and fire. Wow, so Earth is like the only major element they're not afraid of?
First off, the lake scene, the water was way too deep for the horse. And secondly, they still can be hurt.
He's been stabbed by a moribund blade.
You know, the kind that dissolve dramatically after you identify it?
Do you know the...
If a magic blade can only be wielded by the Nazgul, of course the blade would disappear when someone else tries to pick up the blade.
Aethelas plant?
Athelas?
Kingsfoil.
Kingsfoil out a weed.
Weed is the answer to everything.
No, it's not. Adding 2 cents for that stupid joke.
Ah, I see. Elf horses have turbo mode. Well, we're only an hour in, but
No, they don't. She's encouraging the horse to go faster in a dire situation. They don't want to die. Every animal has some sort of flight or fight mode. And the horse is in flight mode. It doesn't want to die.
it's already clear that good old H2O is the real hero of Middle-earth. Our
Horses can be afraid of water.
one has the ability to summon a tsunami of water horses. What a strangely specific ability. Aquila ex machina. Is there really nothing that Saruman can do?
No, that's not Deus Ex Machina. The eagle showed up because Gandalf used an animal to summon the eagle. Because it's the only way to escape. And also, he needed time to summon lightning. And eagles are fast. Duh.
Do about the eagle? Isn't he a powerful wizard? Doesn't he cause a f***ing avalanche from hundreds of miles away later in the movie? He spins Gandalf around and closes doors with his mind, but an eagle is just too tall of an order.
Destroy it!
So Elrond knows this is a ring of supreme evil. All the evil in the world can be ended by throwing the ring in the fire, but he lets Isildur go without a fight. He could have thrown him into the fire and then ran out screaming, "Oh no, Isildur fell into the fire. Whatever will we do? Oh, the humanity."
The reason why he didn't want to die is Elrond knows the ring corrupts. And the user will do anything to protect the ring. And they're over a pit of lava.
I have my sword.
And you have my bow.
And my axe.
You mean the axe you just shattered while trying to destroy the ring?
He could have a second axe. He does carry.
Shall be the fellowship of the ring.
Roll credits. Oh, wait. Where did
Jeremy says roll credits cliche.
they get sausages? Did they make them themselves out here in the wild? Or are they carrying raw meat casings for 40 days without refrigeration and then eating them?
So, Gandalf, you
They could be killing wild boars and eating them, which they live in New Zealand, I mean Middle Earth.
tried to lead them over Garadras.
These birds have no f***ing clue that that's where Gandalf decided to go. They flew past them. They may have seen them go run and hide, but they weren't around to hear Gandalf say where they were going to go next.
No, he knows the direction they're heading, so Sauron assumed.
Let us go through the mines of Moria.
Let the ring bearer decide.
What a cop-out.
When someone has the most powerful weapon in Middle-earth, they can decide where to go.
How does Gimli not know about this? Or Gandalf? This obviously happened a long time ago. Sure, there's no internet or phones, but word should have traveled faster than this.
They went to Moria, saw dead bodies. Not all dwarves keep in touch. It's like having someone who lives far away. You might not always be too close to that person.
That's over here on the left. Give no indication whatsoever that a cave troll is about to peek around the corner. Why isn't
They're scared. They might not want to speak.
Frodo's blade glowing right now? Are all the orcs dead?
Orcs and goblins are not nearby, so not glowing.
Or right now? Right now there's definitely some orcs close enough to cause that blade to glow blue, right? Gandalf said it was a 4-day trip through the mines, but it takes the Fellowship like a couple of hours, if that, to get to the other side.
It's a 4-day journey to the other side.
8.
Jeremy wants them to show a 4-day full trip to the other side. How stupid can you be?
That are here, yet 9 there were set out from living there. Tell me, where is Gandalf?
Dude, this movie is 3 hours. Couldn't you just ask where Gandalf is right off the bat?
But the mirror
JeremySins talking.
shows many things.
Why would the mirror show his friends making troubled glances? What can be learned from that? I could have told you that.
She said the mirror can show anything, not always things that are helpful.
He will try to take the ring. You know of whom I speak.
I'd love to tell you which person by name, but I'm afraid he'll hear this telepathic communication that only you can hear.
Not dark, but
If Boromir's the only one who wants to take the rings, she can say, "You know whom I speak of."
beautiful and terrible as the dawn.
Terrible as the dawn? The f is that supposed to mean? Oh,
It means she'll be as worse or bad as Sauron.
now it's glowing again, and long before the orcs are even in view. The Uruk-hai throws a
Okay, orcs are nearby doesn't mean they're in eyesight. That's not how the sword works. I know you CinemaSins fanboys be like, but Manny, the orcs were nearby and the sword was not glowing. No, when they were leaving the room, the orcs were not nearby that you can hear them. But they were still pretty far away, so I could hear something but not see it. Doesn't mean they're nearby.
shield at Aragorn's neck that has a neck-sized hole at the end of it.
That's how some shields are designed, dummy.
Frodo screams and stares at a drowning Sam for several seconds before helping him. Geez, how deep can a hobbit reach into the water from a boat?
Sam was not that deep, and Frodo could have jumped in and got him.